Alright, so that we create the future edges files and we can move on to actual sizing of the geometry. So let me load back the background mesh, and under the constellation tab, what we can do is hit on this button to add geometries, and it will show a list of valid geometries from the object tree, like surfaces tab, solid section, compound section, and triangulation and feature edges. What we can directly integrate is these STL files. These are loaded from the path of the OpenFOAM file. So if I load these three, you will see automatically that these are loaded in these fields, in these tables. So you can work now with the entries over here. If you hit the H button, it stands for highlight, and you can play around with the values over here for the sizing. You will see the approximate size of the cells around these areas. So if you enable the legs, and like I will hit like refinement level of 6, and you can zoom in to see how the legs will be sized. The area around the box, bounding box, will not be sized with this. Okay, only the actual geometries. So I am satisfied with these cell sizes, and the patch info is wall for both, and I will not size the future edges. I just want that these are snapped, so I will leave it at 0. If you want, you can just also make the cells around the edges finer. I will leave it as it is right now. As for layering, I want layers around the arm, body, and legs. So you can hit the numbers like with control, and then right click inflation layer, and it will just move the layering around here. I changed the option to final layer thickness to 0.3, and when you are done with the constellation layer settings, you can go to general, and you will see here all the general settings. You can read about these, you can hover over the information tooltips, and then you will get the information. As for the snapping, I want to use the explicit future snap. It will then snap to the image file generated edges. And the layering and the quality dictionary, I changed that from 65 to 75, and I did not touch the flags. You can read about this in the tooltips. And the buttons over here are for enabling and disabling certain steps: constellation, snapping, layering, and mesh quality dictionary if you want to use this, or disable completely. Now I will leave everything as it is right now, and then hit the SHM button. That will generate the SnappyHexMesh dictionary. Now if I hit this button, it will go to the WSL tab over here. It will load the case automatically. You can also go to system and SnappyHexMesh. It will load in the dictionary. You can read the entries if you want. Let me close this. The buttons over here are for convenience. Okay, like if I hit the decompose button, it will take the core size and decompose the whole case. But let me first show you how to connect this. If you go to settings under third party, you will have WSL environments. You can hit this button, and I have currently Ubuntu 20 version 20 and 22, and my OpenFOAM version 13 is installed under this Ubuntu distribution. So when I close this, and I will connect now to the shell, and after connection, if I call this, it will load actually. It will show if the correct distribution is loaded, and also the distribution you will see here after successful connection. It will show you the OpenFOAM version. Okay, now let me hit this button for decompose, and you will see you will get exactly 4 processor files. Reconstruct would mean to reconstruct the whole case. Clear would clear all the processor directories. BM stands for block mesh, SF for surface features, and SHM for SnappyHexMesh. I want to run in parallel. That's why I check this parallel checkbox. Then if I hit this SHM, it will automatically call the command and it will start the meshing process. And if you wanna disconnect, just hit this button and it will disconnect from the subsystem. So after the whole process is done, in the processor directories we will get for each step for castellation, for snapping and for layering we will get directories. So 1 is castellation, 2 is snapping. I did not check the override checkbox, so it will create these directories, otherwise we would get only 1. So the whole process is finished, and when I right click on this Ahmed body foam file, you will get this entry. If I hit on that, I can switch over to mesh, and here the directory path will be loaded. I will check the check mark over here. We will work with the decompose case, and then when I load the whole thing, you will see mesh. Let me use the clipper in Y direction, and I can move the clipper plane here around. After releasing, it will create the cut plane. Now this is the first step, the castellation step, that will create the refinement levels as I selected from this entries here over there. And the next step would be the snapping step. So after snapping, it will look like this. And finally, after the layering, it will look like this. So this is the surface mesh. And let us run check mesh in parallel. So it will show non-orthogonal value of nearly 25 and max skewness 3.5. If you want to see actually where the mesh metrics are good or bad, you can run like non-orthogonal equality. If you hit apply, it will calculate. It will calculate and then it will be around this areas in front of the snap sections over here. These values are not that bad, so we enable non-orthogonal corrections. That will be okay. Like if you want to compute all of the mesh metrics, you can hit compute all, and it will go through, and then it will create your entries over here. And then if you want to, like, where is the skewness, the bad cells in the histogram, you can compute like bins. If you create 10 bins, it will create these. You can enlarge and to see the values. You can click on the bars and it will automatically grab the values over here. You can then enable this and then see probably where the values are. If you right over here, it's around the legs here, right here. So after investigation, I think that's a valid mesh. You can of course play around with the settings. You can create more inflation layers, play around, and that's it for now. I will create a couple more videos to show a couple of more things, and then that will be the mini series for SnappyHexMesh.